Great. Didn't actually record this until November the 4th, yet this is about September. Everything that's happened in September, or did happen in September, was a mix of significant and insignificant things. Watching YouTube videos over and over, such as one where Ray and Zark are split between 4 universes using timelines and protagonists as bases. However, not using the heroines as the basis for Ray, as Lexus is seen in the fusion dimension, so they are clearly different people. There's also the idea that Yuri is not just based off Judai, but also the merciless fighting of the Supreme King and the sadomasochism of New Bell, so all three of those together is Yuri. That's a terrible fact. But still, the most convenient thing that I could put would just be to repose a part of the second day. The fact that there is a paragraph pinpointing how it works, but then I go and see Jarvis Messer is just a fuckboy, a fuck buddy. He is an emotional venting space. He is a romantic lover. He's just a fuckboy introduced from the social circle of my mother. Fucking him in. Once and then fucking him again led to the first week of October. And I realized that this is just going into summary of October, which is a different topic, but that it ended up being that was just a reflection of what happened at the start. Being a reflection of what happened in September, which was just a start of this whole debacle with the fact that I got into Amazon, and then I got into both Taurus and dating apps. The fuck? I would like to go and work on my life, get to college, become a historian, getting a car, holding up an apartment with all my things. Sure, it could take getting to 26 or even 30 to go and get my dream job, but that's probably what it takes. Work on Snap, food pantries, taking care of myself and my food. I don't want to spend 6 hours driving after attaining the ability to do so. That's, one day at work I was thinking about the fact that I don't talk to my grandmother, and nor is there really a reason to. The fact that she went and introduced me to a game, and now I basically just play it in memory of the times that were good. That life is a game of hurry up and wait. Hurry up, get a job, but getting one requires waiting. Getting that job requires more waiting for veteran benefits, allowing me to go to college for free tuition. Waiting for money to accumulate for a computer so that I can actually do stuff on. Once I get to college, hurry up and wait to finish it so that I can teach history, but waiting for a job opening. Unlike Taurus Messner, there is no one which I can just pretend to be a child with that I have a romantic partner. I just curl up in my bed and get depression. And again, what can I say? That I'm not much different in how I was 4 years ago. I can't act like a little because there's no one to just cuddle me and baby me. I fight rather than retreating into shell of what I thought were happier times, yet by the time it's November, first into the end of September going into the October, I have fallen apart. And it's stupid. And I hate it. Playing World of Warcraft, I try to return to the days of my childhood where I actually felt carefree and much happier as I could play with Devin and Kara. Or Kara. Just how I pronounced it, even though thinking about it made me cry that day. At first, I was thinking of going and getting a programming certification to become a programmer, because that's what my father always wanted me to be. And it would be a hell of a lot more reliable in comparison to trying to be like Lily Orchard and DeadJournal, an analyst of fandom. Where then I was thinking that historians are respected and that teaching history is respected and paid for. To be just like Chris Kral, a history teacher whom I loved and I admired in my sophomore and senior years of high school. It just takes multiple years to get there. And the current time that I'm at, the current fact that I'm facing work over at the flex schedule and picker position, I did well during September. I was still trying to figure out budgeting and paying for food, but I feel like that I did a lot better than I was doing during October and am doing the start of November. But that's my thing for the career part of things. In terms of a main speaking point, Writer X or Nina Lillian Renee Gitman. My interactions with this first month of September were a matter of reminding that transportation action to see that person would be insanely hard to do given the authorization to drive a car. I don't have a driver's license and my current funds. By that time, I was still under $1,000. Right now, I'm still fluctuating between $600 and $1,000 in terms of my savings. And the fact that I need to actually go to a place to go and get training, so then when I can go and get a car to go and do things that I don't want to go out of state until I feel like it's reliable. That I want to be more, and that I have a lack of confidence when doing something with myself because I don't feel worthy. That I don't have the credentials to be something like teacher, and I won't for many years. I'm just a factory worker now. For the trans man of New York that refers to themselves Rhetorics, how little we spoke and how little we can physically see each other being none all led to the downfall of the relationship. There was enough the person connected to this relationship, Arya, who was devastated by the loss of the relationship, and it just felt like more of the same. More of just an endless failure. And that does connect to a speaking point which I didn't actually write down, but I figure bears importance. Erica. Erica's another person who I talk to on Discord, and I end up going and communicating with the people that she actually is friends with. I failed having friendships with them. Of Kitty and Iris, I made multiple mistakes. People got fed up. People just didn't want to deal with it. So, it just fell apart. But at the same time, a new group from Facebook. From the fact that I talked to someone on a group of LGBT gamer girls that Anastasia Rigoli Heron. That I said that I am a pan-romantic demisexual trans girl who started hormone replacement therapy in March 2019. I journal and sometimes post on YouTube and DeadJournal about it, sing to myself, play WoW, and Nintendo on my 3DS and Switch, Bethesda on Steam, judge myself, read webcomics, such as questionable content no Laguna Shive, watch anime such as Ramon Half Face Day Night Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. She went and commented on it. She said, "Oh, I play WoW on Rim Rest Accord. Maybe we could play together." After talking a good bit on Messenger, I saw at the end of September that she was friendly enough and teaches high school English. So that plus of the accomplishments in her life make her a worthy person to admire. Not create a shrine in honor, sort, but definitely an awesome person. She had a militia-based guild and a medic-based group, where the medic-based group was known as Libertas Medicia Azeroth. I noted that I'm ungrateful, well, that I am grateful for her kindness and look up to her, but I'm unsure if I can live up to the expectations of my own anxiety. And since I'm actually reading this, not just at the end of the month, but an entire month later, no, I didn't. My connection with the Levitas Medicia Azeroth fell apart, just like the interactions with Kitty and Iris. The very fact that I was invited to multiple parties didn't exactly help the matter, as sure it was a role-playing guild, and that they acted welcoming enough, but I felt out of place. I felt like that everyone else was just there and I was just a pretender. Like, there's nothing I could do to actually earn my place, and I end up just failing in social events just more and more. Points that, just like Kitty, just like Iris, just like the Hidden Barn, just like the Surprise Run RPG, I ended up falling down that same trip which I have fallen down. Just as the Irish lass didn't leave a tie, threw me away for the very fact that I am socially a foolish lass. If I leave my grin behind, reminding me that we're all mad here, and it's okay. And I'll go and post the draft for this video online once I actually upload it, but that was a month in review for September of 2020 for me. I know that United States politics is really something I should focus on since I live in Maryland, but I was rather not wanting to talk about that.